the richest man who has ever known. A man who owned enormous amounts of money and treasures like no one else. He hid his money in large and many safes, to the point that the keys to his safes were difficult for a group of strong men to carry, so they were carried on the backs of mules. If the keys were like that, you can imagine the amount of money and treasures this man owned. But unfortunately, his money and treasures were the reason for his tragic end. Who is this man? And what is his story? This is what we will know in this video. Before we start the story, please support me by subscribing to the channel, and if you like the video, share it with your friends. Qarun is a man from the people of the prophet Moses and is said to be his cousin. Qarun was not an unbeliever, but rather a follower of Moses, and he was famous for his beautiful voice when reciting the Torah. God gave him authority and money, but when Qarun's money and treasures increased, he became arrogant. Qarun wanted to show off his money and treasures to people, and this was the beginning of the curses that befell him. So Qarun went out in his full adornment to his people in a great procession, surrounded by his followers and servants. When people saw him, they divided into two groups, a group that envied him for the money he had and wished to be like him, and the other group said that God's giving to the pious in the afterlife is better and lasting. The righteous people advised Qarun not to be arrogant and brag about the money he has, and not to brag about his treasures and possessions, because God doesn't like those who brag. But Qarun rejected the advice, as he saw that God gave him these treasures because he knew that he deserved them, and because he loved him. Days passed. Then Moses ordered the rich of his people to pay part of their money to the poor. So Qarun gathered his followers and said to them, inciting against Moses, "He came to you with prayer and ordered you with other things, and you tolerated them, so be patient to give him your money." They said, "We cannot afford to give him our money. So what do you think?" Qarun said to them, "My opinion is to send a prostitute to Moses so that she can accuse him in front of the people of wanting her for himself." Indeed, the woman went and accused Moses in front of the people of committing adultery with her. Moses became very angry, so he stood up and prayed and called upon God. Then he came to the woman and asked her, "Why did you say that?" So she told him that Qarun was the one who ordered her to do that, and she asked God for forgiveness and repented to him. Then Moses bowed down to God, prostrating, and prayed to God against Qarun. So God revealed to him, "I have commanded the earth to obey you." So Moses commanded the earth to swallow Qarun, his house and his treasures. It has been said that when Qarun went out to his people in a great procession, he passed by the council of Moses, peace be upon him, while he was reminding his people of Allah. And when the people saw him, they turned away from Moses and began to look at Qarun. So Moses said to him, "Why did you do that?" Qarun said, "O Moses, if you were favored over me with prophethood, then I've been favored over you with money and authority, and if you wish, we will go out in front of people, and you may pray against me, and I will pray against you." So Moses and Qarun went out, and Moses said to him, "Do you pray, or should I pray?" Qarun said, "I will pray." So Qarun prayed to God to destroy Moses, but God did not respond to him. So Moses said, "Should I pray?" Qarun said, "Yes." Moses said, "O God, command the earth so that it obeys me today." So God revealed to him, "I have done it." Moses said, "O land, take them." The ground swallowed their feet, and Qarun shouted and said, "Save me, Moses." But Moses said again to the earth, "Take them." So it swallowed them up to their knees, then up to their necks. Then Moses ordered the land to bring Qarun's treasures and money. So the earth brought it, until they looked at it. And Moses said to the earth, "Take them and their money." and it eclipsed them until they disappeared under the earth to be a lesson to every arrogant person. In the next video, we will talk about the story of Moses with Al-Khidr, the mysterious man about whom history did not tell much. So if you are interested, you can subscribe to the channel to follow all the new. If you liked the video, please press the like button, and if you did not like it, tell me why in the comments. See you soon.